What's up, everybody? This is the Information Man, back at it with another video. We're going to talk about the situation right now with MAGA as it relates to the HBCUs, historical black colleges. There's been a lot that's been going on, and I want to talk about it, and I want to get into some things, and I'm going to tell the truth whether people like it or not. What's up, everybody? Peace. We're back at it again. This should be a pretty good show. I told you all when I did the show about the situation in Chicago. I believe in being a fair broker on this channel because I do blame not only the Republicans. I want to make a correction. Ron DeSantis sent migrants to New York, and Greg Abbott sent migrants to Chicago. And I told you in that last video that black people in Chicago said to the Democrats, or the demon rats as I call them, hey, get these folks out of here. And as a result, black people have been indirectly affected, or indirectly affected by the migrant situation, because some of these people were illegal, or obviously illegal. Some of them had criminal backgrounds. And while they're sharing apartment buildings with black people became collateral damage in the circumstance when they went down there to 7500 Shore Drive, south side of Chicago. And there were black people that got affected by that, as well as black children put in zip ties. And the Democratic Party should have never allowed those migrants to stay there. So now let's flip that to this situation right now, where we already know about what happened at Charlie Kirk. I did a video on Charlie Kirk. I want you to pay special attention to that symbol right there that has the sort of a lightning bolt with the American flag logo. I'm about to break some things down to you as it relates to that symbol, because I know a lot about that symbol as it relates to white supremacist groups, white nationalist groups, and what that symbol can represent as it relates to Nazism and what have you. I'm going to show you some things because they're putting their supremacy, or what they think they are supreme, right on the symbolism. And that was right on Turning Point. See, Charlie Kirk, remember, Charlie Kirk was a guy who grew up in Chicago in, I think, Baldwin Heights, in one of the most, Arlington Heights in Chicago, very upper middle class white family. Acts like he knows so much about black people, so concerned about black people's issues. Won't you be concerned about white people's issues? Because y'all got a lot of damn issues, but so concerned about our issues. And this man didn't grow up on the south side of Chicago. This man didn't grow up in any part of the urban environment of Chicago. He grew up in a cushy neighborhood, cushy place in Arlington, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago, and he was discovered by one of those rich white men who felt that he had gift of gab and put money in his pocket to push this narrative. And I'm going to tell you why this narrative happened. Because remember when Obama became president in 2008, the conservatives sat back and they witnessed how Obama was able to galvanize young people on all the college campuses. So you had young people that were voting for Obama in the historical black colleges, the PWIs, the historical white colleges, should we say. And they were scared by that because they noticed that, wow, this man has really used social media. He has drummed up a following, cult-like, for Obama when we all brought into the Kool-Aid about keep hope alive, or that it's all about hope. And of course, Obama ran his game on us as well. Okay. After wagging his finger at black people, telling us we should vote for Kamala Harris because the alternative with Trump was a bad thing. Then we caught Obama at that funeral, laughing and gilling it up for Trump. And Trump was the one who created the birther movement, which was how he got on the scene in the first place, when he said that Obama wasn't a legitimate president because he was not a citizen of the United States. So Trump has been drumming up a lot of bullshit for a very, very long time. So people like Charlie Kirk come along white boy, a very polished white boy, says all the things that they want him to say. And then remember, Charlie Kirk had a nerve to talk about Dr. King. I got a serious problem with this. Charlie Kirk came along and said, Charlie Kirk plans to discredit Martin Luther King Jr. in the Civil Rights Act. This man did not believe that black people had the right to civil rights. And we sitting up here trying to make him some modern day hero. Even they got the nerve to put him in memes with Dr. King. That is a crime in itself. Now, let me tell you, what has this got to do with HBCUs? It has everything to do with HBCUs because, as you know, after Charlie Kirk was impacted by someone taking his life, and check this out, there are people in that organization called Turning Point. See, what they always do is that they will backbite on each other. Because there are people in Turning Point that believe that everything that happened to Charlie Kirk was someone from within the organization. Then you've got them running with the idea that, oh, it was Israel that did it. Look, conspiracy theories are flying all over the place. But one thing I know, when you look at that Thomas, the young man, the Thomas boy, who they said got on a roof and did the deed, there's a lot of evidence that's come out, or lack of evidence, that proves that he may have 100% did it. Then you got Cash Patel from the FBI. The FBI put out some fictitious letter that didn't even make any sense to him, writing to his, I guess, his lover, quote unquote. So there's a lot of weird things going on behind this case as to how Charlie Kirk got his life taken away. Either way, black people, a lot of this is not our business. But when Charlie Kirk, and I want to appreciate everybody in the chat room that did show up for this particular stream. It ain't Umar Johnson content, but damn it, there's other content that we should be just as vocal about. What's going on? Speak with you, girl. Marcellus, thank you for being over here. Jonathan Kidd, I see you. Maurice, still, I know, brother, I know you're conservative, brother, but welcome. You're always a fair broker, and I respect that about you. We got M. Mills in the house. Angel Light Over Darkness 33. How you doing, my sister? Let me give you a clap. Everybody a clap. Right, set up for failure. So let me move off the Charlie Kirk situation for just this reason right here. Charlie Kirk loses his life, and then all of a sudden, HBCUs are getting death threats put on them, to the point that the HBCUs, historical black colleges, had to lock their doors, had to tell their students to be very careful. Why is it that when something happens to white folks, which we had nothing to do with, this happened in Utah. Utah is as white as the driven Christmas snow. I'm telling y'all the truth. There's nothing black about Utah. It's Mormon, but somehow in a way they acquaint what happened to him with now making death threats on historical black colleges. And then after they make a death threat on historical black colleges, then they want to send in their minion to do a little prospecting to see whether they could push the same narrative that Charlie Kirk was pushing on the colleges. So now they want to come to historical black colleges, tell you that they want to have an educational dialogue, and they have an agenda. That agenda is to create agitation. That agenda is to create a discussion in which they could try to make black people look goofy, which they can go viral and get popular. You've got Charlie Kirk wannabes. You got black Charlie Kirk wannabes. You got people on YouTube, ABL, all these black conservatives on YouTube trying to get Charlie Kirk's audience. So now you got Candace Owens, who don't give a damn about Charlie Kirk. She acting like she like Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, good friend. You don't see the wife saying anything about. See, this is the thing about you black conservatives. You guys sit up here and you buck dance and you buck lick, you boot lick for white folks, these white conservatives, and they don't really respect you. If I'm not mistaken, you had Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy, y'all know Tommy. He's one of the biggest coons that's ever been on YouTube. He went on a social media Twitter space, and you had, what's that dude, Peterson something, clowned the hell out of him, kicked him out of the damn. He thought that they were going to ingratiate to him because he's talking about his own people, right? Then you have Myron Gaines of that sloppy, that damn podcast that they were doing when they had all those women up there, you know, the Fresh and Stinky show. And Myron Gaines did the same thing where he got booted off of a Twitter space because he thought that the white supremacists were going to be into what he was talking about. These people don't care about you. Even Jason Woodlock was called out by that guy. That what's that crazy guy that runs the Gopers, Sanchez, or what is that hell? Like, I can't even. Somebody help me out here. I'm trying to think. There's so many of these individuals. Let me see. Somebody's gonna put it in there. Yeah, you got Jesse Lee Peterson. They don't care about Jesse Lee Peterson. Naps. You got the Fuentes. Remember, Fuentes has kind of gone against some of the conservatives now, right? He's in his own little category of racism. But he even threw Jason Woodlock under the bus and said, Jason, you're a sellout. Jason, you're just a token. A lot of these black mega folks, y'all don't realize you're just a token. These white folks don't care about you. And another thing, too, how can they? Nobody trusts this is a very important principle. You can't trust someone that would turn against their own people. They never trust individuals that would even turn against their own people. That lets you know that if they'll turn against their own blood, they'll turn against you. These white nationalist groups don't care about you black conservatives and you black mega hats. They're simply using you. And when they use you like a lapdog, what do you do with a lapdog? You kick it off your lap after you finish using it and say, go on about your way. There is no the only reward that these lapdogs, these bootlickers, these sellout black folks get is that they get to try to grift. And Candace Owens is running a grift. Tatum, I'm not calling him an officer. He ain't an officer of the law. The Negro is on YouTube. He ain't no officer of any law. He might have been a cop. He ain't no cop now. I call him Tatum. He's another grifter. He got clowned by the white conservative far rights. They clowned him. You can see it all over the Twitter, how they were clowning his buck dancing. So I'm telling you, there ain't no future for you buck dancers and bootlickers. It ain't no future in being, for being a raccoon these days. There's no future. See, backbiting. See how he backbited? Look at that. Y'all notice how one raccoon fights the other raccoon for master's snacks. That's exactly what you bootlicks are You're fighting over scraps. Look at that. These little creatures will fight over scraps. Now watch this right here. Watch how he fight the other one for the scraps. Look at him. He fights him back. He pushes him. That's what you guys are. You're simply lapdogs trying to get the crumbs that they give you. But they're not putting you on. Look, Donald Trump right now, you got this black woman somewhere in the Northeast, and her campaign's not going well, and Donald Trump ain't doing nothing to help her. He's left her for dead. Let's continue on with the presentation. For those of you that are here for the first time, go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification. Tell the truth. Tell someone that you love them. But most of all, hit the bell notification on this channel. Share this video. I appreciate all of you that are coming over. Now, let's get into it. So, Charlie Kirk gets his life taken. Now the megas are forming their quorums and saying, how can we blame this on black people? But how can we infiltrate the black historical colleges with our BS? Mega plans to invade HBCUs homecoming. What students should do, by Dr. Stacey Patton. Now, I'm going to read this real quick. Won't take all. Now, I want to read what she had to say about this. This is very important. According to News One, Dr. Stacy Patton, advisor, student, she's a student advisor and alumni. She said, ignore the educate to liberate. So that's their little saying, to educate to liberate tour, a conservative initiative by Turning Point USA and BLEXIT Foundation during the historical Black college and universities HBC homecoming. They want to show up for homecoming because you got a lot of people who show up to the schools. Now they can try to like get people into this back and forth dialogue, create drama that they can put on social media and create these viral moments to blow themselves up. Now, Patton said that they view the tour as a political provocative provocation, right? Designed to disrupt events and antagonate students, to create problems with students. They recommend that denying engagement is the best strategy, although reporting disruption to campus police is also advised. So basically they're saying, look, these people are going to come to the campus because they want to cause a stir. They're going to say that it's in the name of political discourse, and that why is it that they're going to say, hey, why are you guys discriminating against us? We just came to your campus to have a good old-fashioned discourse. No, they're having a discourse that's in disfaith. And it all started with these two white boys. Remember the two white boys that came up to Tennessee State? It's not a coincidence that the two white boys who show up to Tennessee State, now all of a sudden, they now want to send in. This was a dry run. Check this out right here.
All we did was set up a table.
Did he have the nerve to say all we did was set up a table when they just closed down the HBUC campuses behind threats?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you even there? Get up out of there. Period.
Right there. They showed up after the HBCUs were threatened on campus, had no permission. There's two different things you have to realize. There are HBCUs that are private, HBCUs that are public. Public HBCUs, you can go on the campus, but you still, to a certain degree, have to let people know who you are, and you can be arrested or moved off the campus if you're creating a nuisance. When it comes to the private universities, there's no way in hell you can walk on a private historical Black college and set up shop and think you can just be there and run whatever game that you're trying to run. I understand they're claiming that they want to have a political discourse. All these years that we have had historical Black colleges that have been marginalized, people always say, hey, you went to a Black college? That's not a good school. They say that Black people are nothing but byproducts of affirmative action, that we are byproducts of DEI. Well, if we are low-hanging fruit, why are you showing up to our universities to talk to us if, according to you, we're not very intelligent, you see? But they bring in the white boys. And the white boys weren't affected because Black people already were caught on to that. So what do they do to try to infiltrate? Well, I told you guys the other day that what they do is they find someone that looks like us. They've always used Black people, people who look like us, may even come from some of our same communities. They will use these kind of folks like a Candace Owens, a Tatum, right? A man that will talk garbage about Black people all day, every week. And of course, he said nasty things about the Black students at Tennessee State because they wanted those mega heads off of their campus, because they clearly knew, those students clearly knew what they were there for, what the game was, and they were on to the game. So what they do, everybody, is that they send in the Candace Owens, who has an organization, BLEXIT, and she's the founder of this BLEXIT organization along with Tatum. And they're going to have the who's who of the Bootlicks that are going to show up and try to show out and try to engage Black people in conversation, to try to create viral moments, try to create some type of some kind of conversation where they can push their views, their ideology when nobody asked them to show up. Nobody asked them to come to the campus. And as you know, they've got a campus tour. They've already gone, I don't think, 9:25. They were supposed to be at Johnson C. Smith University at 10:03, which was, I think, a week ago. They were supposed to be at Alabama State University. Friday that just passed, 10:10, Jackson State had a homecoming. And from what I've heard doing some research, the people at Jackson State did not like them being there, told them to get the hell off their campus. People go there for homecoming to have a good time. Nobody goes to the homecomings because they want to have a damn debate with people that they don't even know. Y'all got y'all butts booted out of Jackson State as well. Right? Now, they're going to try to go back to Tennessee State with these black folks because the white boys did not have a very good mission. Their mission was not, as we say, the white boys' mission was not a success. So they need black people, send the black folks in there because the white boy was kicked out. Not a success at all. So now we're going to fool these Negroes in their mind by sending in people who look like them to infiltrate their college campuses with our ideology that comes out of Turning Point. They check this out. These Negroes didn't even create their own organization. They had to be spearheaded by Turning Point, which is run by the Charlie Kirk. That was his organization that was funded by rich white man money and all the little far-right conservatives that think that they have to go into college. They want to go into college campuses because they believe that the college campuses is where people get their liberal views, where people have these views that go against their views. So they want to, that's why when Trump got in office, you see how he's going against all the colleges, he's trying to get money out of the colleges. He's trying to shake the colleges down like he's a mafioso boss or something like that, right? So Charlie Kirk, they bring in the young white boy, his face, to create an organization. And these Negroes like Candace Owens and buck dancing, book licking Tatum, they can't even create their own organization. They had to be inspired and created and assisted and funded by Turning Point. What bootlicks they are. They had to be assisted by the white folks. And now the white folks send them into our college campuses to bring their BS. Once again, they're going to be at Florida A&M on 10/17 as well. Everybody that's an alumni of these schools, students that are going there, when they come on campus, don't engage them in conversation. Don't engage them. That's what they're counting on you to do. Engage them in conversation. On 1023, North Carolina Central University. They're coming to Howard University in D.C. on Howard University on 1024. They're coming to Hampton on 1024. So they got people being dispersed to different campuses. They're coming to Bowie State on 1031. They're coming to Lincoln University on 1031. And guess what? We don't need them. We didn't ask for them, didn't need them. But check this out. Candace Owens is the creator and curator of this bullshit. Candace Owens, BLEXIT Foundation, political meaning of 2018. Owens launched a social media campaign urging black Americans to leave the Democratic Party, which she referred to as the Black Exit. Check this out. I don't give a damn about the Democratic Party, and I don't give a damn about the Republican clans either. Yeah. Yeah. Okay? I don't care about the Republican clans no more than I care about the Democrats. If it was up to me, black people would leave all of these plantation parties because the Democrats ain't done nothing for us lately. And the Republican clan, they don't have a damn plan for us either. Okay? Now, let's continue on. So Candace Owens is the one that came up with this stuff along with Tatum. Affiliation, the foundation merging with conservative advocate groups, Turning Point USA 2023. Recent activities, the group continues to organize events, including recent tours of historical black colleges, Please. You've been booted off of black colleges and universities in October 2025 to promote conservative values. Guess what? That's your goal. We don't want you there. BLEXIT Foundation organization founded by Candace Owens is now officially part of the Turning Point USA conservative nonprofit. It has several initiatives, including student movement, focus on historical black colleges. Why focus on us? Leave us alone. Okay. Black colleges were not bothering you, so leave them alone. You want to bring your poison to the historical black college. Historical black colleges are doing just fine without you butting in. Educational initiatives promoting curriculum focus on American history. Check this out. You know what this is about? They want to focus on curriculum that's focused on American history, as if historical black colleges don't focus on American history. Or what they really want, everybody, they don't want you to focus on black history. They want to wipe black history out and say, hey, why are you guys focusing on black history? Shouldn't it be about American history? Black history is American history, you dummies. Now, let me let y'all see this right here. Now that some playbooks are, now check this out. The playbook is being reemployed at HBCUs, which are spaces that were deliberately created to shield black students from the hostilities of white supremacists, aggression, and exclusion. Okay, remember why a lot of the black people went to black colleges, because we weren't allowed to go to white colleges. White people didn't want us in their colleges. That's why you had the civil rights movement, even though Donald Trump wants to erase the history. Donald Trump doesn't like the idea of a picture of a black man that was a victim of slavery. He wants to get rid of that. That's why they're attacking the Smithsonian African American or Black Museum. Because they don't want the history to be told. They want it to be erased, whitewashed. So they want to say, oh, tell American. No, we're going to tell the history of this country, and that's part of it. Now, let me let you hear what this brother said right here. Check this out.
Set up a table on this campus. They had two signs, one that said...
Let me move this back and start it again.
Y'all, our HBCUs are under attack. Again, our HBCUs
the raccoons
are under attack. I am a proud graduate of an HBCU.
Mm-hmm.
These white men who were clearly MAGA supporters and Make America Great Again hats decided to go on to a HBCU's campus, TSU to be exact, and set up shop. Literally, they set up tables, set up a table on this campus. They had two signs, one that said DEI is illegal, another that said deport immigrants. Why? Why go onto a HBCU's campus to do this? I'll tell you why. They want a reaction and they want an excuse. What they want and what they thought was, we're going to go onto this campus, they're going to attack us, they're going to beat us. They thought they were going to incite a riot. They thought that the students were going to get physical with them. That's not what happened. What happened was they drew a crowd, one. The students saw this. Their reactions were to tell them to leave. Leave, get off our campus. You don't go to school here. You didn't get permission from nobody to set up shop. Why are you here? To get a reaction so that their fearless leader can say, this is what happens on these campuses.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we need to take money away from these type of schools. These type of schools produce thugs and gangsters and blah, blah, blah. This is what they want.
That's exactly right, everybody. That's exactly right. Let's go to the next video right here. I hope you taking heed to what the brother was saying. Here's another brother right here who's making some damn good sense right here. Check this out, everybody.
So let me get this straight. MAGA Republicans, folks who've spent years defunding education, demonizing diversity, and calling black scholars woke, are now showing up at HBCUs to debate students? Oh, so now we're worthy of dialogue. That's cute. But here's the thing. HBCU students don't need to prove their intellect to people who built their brand on denying our humanity. You don't walk into a house built on resistance and expect a warm welcome just because you brought a podium. This isn't a debate. It's a performance, a stunt, a chance to clip sound bites and say, look, we talk to the blacks, but we see through it. Because while they're arguing over whether systemic racism exists, HBCU students are out here living it, surviving it, studying it. And
thank you, everybody, for being here.
My message to
he's going to continue.
Stand tall. You're not just defending your school, you're defending the truth. And trust me, history is on your side.
Tell the truth.
Hey, everybody. So I am going to take I'm going to pull your statements on the screen so I can read some of the statements. But thank you for being here. I appreciate you all for being here. We got Miss Mills, Jonathan Kidd. We got Bubba Rashawn in the house. Peace and love to you, DOD. Fashion Life. We got Mary Ann in the house. What's going on, Sister Mary Ann? We got the Bunker TV, Peggy Roster, the Informant Media. Thank you for coming over. Like I said again, everybody, Umar Johnson content is good to do to expose the things that he's doing, but we have other things that are also happening that we need to also address and examine. Let me continue with this. I'm not going to hold you all long today, but what we have is a lot of cooning going on. We have a lot of buck dancing going on. What's going on, Brother Jones? Salute to you too, Alicia, Miss Independent, X Freeman. Thank you all that are here. We got a lot of raccooning going on, and we have to expose it. Now, here is one that I definitely want to play for you right here. Now, remember I told you that people like Tatum and Candace Owens, they are responsible for founding this organization called BLEXIT, and they sent out their minions. Like these individuals right here, you're going to learn some things about some of these individuals right here because they've been going around agitating their views. And let me say something. Everybody has the right to their opinions, but you don't have the right to your own facts. And just because you have an opinion doesn't mean that everybody, is going to agree with your opinion, and doesn't mean that everybody wants to hear your opinion. Black colleges were doing just fine. It is no coincidence that since Charlie Kirk got his life taken, that all of a sudden HBCUs get a death threat put on them across the country. Then all of a sudden they send in one of their minions like this white boy here. Now all of a sudden they say, okay, black folks not going for the white man thing. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to send in some black folks who look like them, who we think can speak their language, that they'll be relatable and they'll feel comfortable dealing with. So then you got
conservative organization
these persons
Turning
like
Point
this,
USA, founded
right?
by Charlie Kirk, according to BLEXIT.
What did I just say? Founded by Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA got something to do with them. And I told you, Charlie Kirk was a man who espoused racism, hatred, and he always kept talking about black women in particular. Always talking about black women, saying that that black people who have professional jobs is because of DEI, when only 4% of black people in general are benefiting from the DEI programs in this country. But he went after our heroes and sheroes, talking about Dr. King and what have you. You had this man claiming, why is there a Juneteenth celebration, which black people never asked for Juneteenth to be legal, but yet he tried to demonize the idea of Juneteenth. He tried to say that black people were better off before we had the civil rights movement, as if black people were doing well in the South, where we were dealing with Ku Klux Klansmen, black men being lynched, black people being disenfranchised and not able to vote and what have you. This is what this man was espousing out. A lot of hate. This is a man who lost his life by the bullet, and said that, having the right to have weapons comes with the price that there's going to have to be some collateral damage where people lose their life. Even children, as he spoke of. This is the kind of stuff that this Charlie Ku Klux clerk had to say. And isn't it ironic that while he was talking, he was throwing out some of his code words like, well, gangs, when they say gangs, they're talking about black people. That's one of their code words. Now, let me let y'all see. I'm gonna play this right here. Let's go for it.
Promotes a, quote, Educate to Liberate HBCU tour.
Yeah, the event is being organized by BLEXIT, a group powered by Turning Point USA, a nonprofit that advocates for conservative politics founded by Charlie Kirk.
According to the flyer, the group plans to stop by Bowie State and Howard University during their homecomings. News 4's Dominique Moody spoke with students ahead of this controversial visit.
Nobody told y'all to come here. That means nobody wanted y'all to be here. So why are you over here trying to start all this drama? Because they know that's what's going to happen.
I feel like it's pointless. It's a waste of time, and it's like that's not something you should want to do to HBCUs and blacks. You should want to uplift us.
Bowie State University students reacting to this flyer announcing a Educate to Liberate Historically Black College and University tour. The event is hosted by BLEXIT, a group founded under the umbrella of conservative organization Turning Point USA, founded by Charlie Kirk. According to BLEXIT's social media posts, the tour aims at bringing conservative values to life, fostering critical thinking, sparking powerful conversations up to HBCUs, and bringing freedom vibes you won't get in the classroom.
Everyone has a right to their opinion, and, you know, as much as we may view them as negative, you know, a lot of more negative opinions have been coming out, and people have been speaking out and, you know, standing on them.
The tour dates are happening during many of the HBCU's homecoming, with stops at Howard and Bowie State Universities. Students say homecoming is a time dedicated to celebrating the universities, reuniting with classmates and alumni, camaraderie, all while enjoying college-sponsored events.
The cookouts, the family, the football game, the professors here show love.
Festive, very festive. Alumni come out, everyone comes out, you know, everyone want to, you know, put on the show, everyone want to dress up, you know, go out, have a good time.
In a statement about the BLEXIT tour, Bowie State says, quote, we have not received a request for space for this event on campus. The university is a public institution open to members of the community. All visitors must respect and follow campus policies and protocols, including refraining from activities that disrupt university operations.
Let me just say something. This word black fatigue, I wish we would get the hell away from it. No. Let me correct what I'm saying. A lot of people use that word black fatigue to say that white people are tired of black people's mess. Or you have some black bootlicks that are tired of us. The woman who came out with the term wrote a book about it. And in the book, she's talking about the black fatigue that black people have living in this society. We allowed people to commandeer that word, the bootlicks and the white folks, and switch the language around on TikTok and social media and make it about people being tired of us. The word came from a woman, a sister, who wrote books, a woman that's dedicated herself to activism, and it was originally meant to express the issues surrounding black people and our fatigue. That's where that term really came from. So if anybody has any fatigue, we should have fatigue of this society, that every time we're minding our own business, then they come running for us. We had nothing to do with what happened to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was taken out by one of his own. People who look like him. Here we go.
Bowie State University, along with Howard University, says that they will be increasing security around campus with the influx of people that could potentially be coming to campus during homecoming.
Bowie State is planning to roll out new precautions this year for homecoming. In addition to boosting police presence, the university is adding prepaid parking for those coming to campus. All attendees must register for homecoming day, and all homecoming day activities on November 1st will end by 7 p.m. For students, they say they want to enjoy their homecoming without any disruptions.
The African American culture just really come out and just walk across campus. You'll just see, you see cookouts, you'll see family feel.
In Bowie, Dominique Moody, News 4.
All right. All right, back at it. I just wanted to play a little bit of that because now let me show you one of their black bootlick infiltrators. Let me let you play this this individual right here who you're about to hear from right now. Very interesting. Let me play it for you right now.
All my HBCU conservatives, all my HBCU students, we as BLEXIT Turning Point will be on campuses opening up numerous, I want to say numerous college clubs. We are taking over the HBCUs all across the country.
There's no way you're going to take them over, fool. There already are clubs on historical black colleges already. You think that you're going to come, this is, see, I know this very well. There's no way you're going to come on a historical black college yard and you won't run nothing on the yard because it's the black student groups on these campuses that run the yard. And whether y'all like it or not, it's the Divine Nine that runs the yard. The Alphas, the Qs, the Kappas, the AKAs, and the Deltas, and folks of that ilk, they run these campuses. You can't. And another thing, too, there are already conservatives that are on these campuses. Most of these historical black colleges are conservative. Most of them are run by AME churches, especially the private ones. All of these churches have most of these historical black colleges, excuse me, not churches, but historical black colleges are run by very conservative presidents of the school. Their values on the campuses are very conservative. Anybody in the chat room, have you hung out or have you been to historical campuses or have you talked to students or people that used to go to school there? Can you vouch for me that for the most part, conservative values have always been a part of Black America? Not just politically, but socially. We are very conservative people. We're very religious people. We're very family-oriented people. We like structure. Don't think because you see the low-hanging fruit of black people out here acting a fool on social media that they represent us. These rappers don't represent us. I'm talking about black people that go to work and work a hard day's living, that's working hard in the community, that's raising their family. Don't use the entertainers and the Sambos and Gumbos that you see in these with these rappers and these entertainers. They don't represent us. We have been a conservative people for a very long time. We don't need the MAGA, the turning point to bring black conservatives to teach us about being conservative when most of these historical black colleges are freaking conservative in terms of how they've been run historically, in terms of they are conservative based in the values. Morehouse, Spelman, Hampton. Tell me I'm wrong or right, put sevens in the chat room. You may have young black kids that go to these schools. They may have some liberal views, but the way the universities are run and who runs them are very conservative. So we don't necessarily need these people on these campuses telling black people how to be conservative. as a son of a Jackson State and Alabama A&M graduate, ain't no way these clowns are trying to spread mega BS on these campuses. There's no way they will, and they won't be successful. What's going on? Last call, and to the people, power to the people in the chat room.
Tell the truth.
Mary Ann says yes. Yeah, black people, we are conservative people. There's things that we don't accept. Let's be honest. For example, we know that we have had gay people in our community. We know Luther Vandross was gay. We knew Sylvester was gay, right? We knew that. Most of the black people that were gay, that were entertainers, they came out of the church, right? We, of all people in this country, we were the ones who didn't want there to be gay marriage. We voted against it. We were the ones that don't really accept all this alternative stuff. We don't really accept that. We understand it. We're not going out beating up anybody that's of a different sexual orientation. We may not agree with it, but we're very conservative about our values. Everybody, just see, this is the problem. Because you do have black people that may say that they're Democrat or liberal, we assume that means that, oh, well, then you go for everything that's happening in society. No, all of us, put sevens in the chat room if you agree with me right here on this point I'm about to say. Black people are not a monolithic people. We have different types of black people in our community. We don't all think alike. We all have different views, different values, and have different background. We have black folks that come from rich backgrounds, upper middle class background, black people who come from poor backgrounds, black people who come from working class backgrounds. We have black people that may be liberal, but they have conservative views on other things while they're liberal. We have black people that are conservatives that may have liberal views on certain conservative issues, certain things that they're liberal on. Let's get back to another clip right here. I hope y'all with me. Appreciate y'all. But that's the first clip. What's going on, Yalpo, my brother? Good to see you over here. Check out this clip right here. Here's a second clip from this bootlicker individual that I want y'all to see. Check him out. He's real confident about his stuff too.
This is my turning point.
My turning point.
We will continue to go to college campuses. We will continue the conservative messages from every public institution, including our historically black college and university. We will not let the message die, and Turning Point will be the future.
Woo, did you hear what this Negro said? He said, woo, he powerful. He a powerful brother. He said, this is my turning point. My turning point. It's our turning point, even though the white boy Charlie Kirk is the one that had created it and everything like that. He said, this is my turning point, and the conservative views, we're going to take over these campuses with the conservative views. It's a new day in Black America because y'all finally bringing us conservative views as if we never knew about conservative views. Let's continue. This man is powerful.
Because Turning Point USA is the future.
Woo,
we are
man.
the largest conservative organization in the world.
Woo. He said that they are the largest conservative organization in the world. Woo. Hey, I'm telling y'all, HBCUs, you don't stand a chance. They're going to come to your campuses. They got the largest organization, conservative organization in the world. They're too powerful. This black man says, that's it. We're taking over the college campuses.
BLEXIT, powered by Turning Point. If you don't know what BLEXIT is, it's Black Americans exiting the victim mentality.
Boom. Now, this is something that a lot of conservatives always chop their gums about. That black people, that's the new tag that they put on you if you are a black person that is talking about things that have happened in history to us, if you're a black person that recognizes some of our ups and downs and struggles, and you hear ninjas on YouTube saying the same thing. You sound like a victim. Stop talking like a victim. But you know what's funny about these black conservatives? Do you ever see them put sevens in the chat room if you hear what I'm saying, if you agree with my point when I make this point? Do you see black conservatives telling Jewish people, Asian people, other groups of people to stop talking about and memorializing things that happen to them? Jewish people have a saying where they say never again. So why is it that black people, that we can't chew gum, ride a bicycle, and write a letter at the same time? Why is it that we can't still be successful, keep our eyes on the prize, go for the prize, be successful, get out there and get the education, get the training, and be successful, while at the same time recognizing our ancestry, our history, and how we got here? By forgetting your history and not recognizing where you come from and where you started, you won't know where the hell you're going. But what black conservatives do, and these conservative Negroes on social media do, that whenever you start talking about what our history is, they want to gaslight you with this term called, oh, you're being a victim. Now we're being a victim because we're recognizing our history. But yet these black conservatives wouldn't dare tell a Jewish person not to recognize their Holocaust, because if they did, they would be cut off. But they'll call us a victim, but they'll never call Jewish people who talk about the Holocaust. They'll never say, you sound like a victim mentality. So now they come up with this cute phrase, black people exiting the victim mentality. I'm telling you, these Negroes, these ninjas, boy, that they sent out here to push these narratives on us. Listen to this crap again.
We are the largest conservative organization in the world.
In the world?
BLEXIT, powered by Turning Point. If you don't know what BLEXIT is, it's Black Americans exiting the victim mentality. Powered by Turning.
See, everybody, you are a victim. Remember that, what he's saying to you. You are a victim. If you identify your history and the negative things that happen in your history, you are a victim. Stop talking about what happened to us in history. You're a victim mentality.
Point. We are going to make headwaves throughout the black community with our conservative message. This is our turning point.
This is our turning point. Look, everybody, y'all might get a kick out of what I'm about to do right now, but I have to say, for this dude right here, he gets one thing and one thing. He gets a very special award, everybody. He gets the Negro Please Award. He gets the Negro Please Award for adding to the embarrassment of black people worldwide.
Tell the truth.
I just got to tell it to y'all like that. Okay. Hey, thank you for putting out my Facebook page. And if any of you guys want to subscribe to the Truth Media Vlogs channel, I'm going to be uploading vlogs over there pretty soon. I haven't done anything in a little bit, but I'm going to be uploading vlogs. I have that other channel, Truth Media Vlogs, Info Media Reacts. I'll be loading that up very soon as well. I'm going to be getting real heavy with the content. Thank you for being here, but we're not finished, everybody, because we got some more of this raccooning. Let's just go right here. So this brother, that cat said what he had to say. Remember, I told you that these folks right here have a history of agitation. Well, let me let this brother tell you exactly what their history is.
Please make sure alums, school admins, and our students are supported versus the movement that is trying to cause a negative viral moment. Do not be baited, right? Now, these are the individuals, these black conservatives, aka Black MAGA. Now, for those of you that don't know what BLEXIT is an organization founded by Candace Owens and former Tucson, Arizona police officer Brandon Tatum, currently powered by Turning Point. Y'all know who founded that. They're taking a tour called Educate to Liberate to several prominent HBCU campuses throughout the month of October, according to their website. And the mission of the tour is bringing conservative values to life, fostering critical thinking, and sparking powerful conversations on HBCU campuses. But here's the deal. They never partner with any of the black organizations on campus. I wonder why that is. And I know firsthand on TikTok, Craig Long, and he used to be Topher Town Music, they're literal cowards and do not debate in good faith. Savannah, that's the one that got popped in the face in New York when she was playing in that girl's face. Oh yeah, no charges were filed, by the way. They were all.
Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when that happened? This young lady right here that he's talking about, she incited something and she got herself popped in the face, getting up in somebody's face and inciting them.
Dropped in. Shorty good. These two brand new characters. Oh, please do not be fooled.
So he's saying the two guys in the back, the one with the shades, the dude with the cap turned around, that they're two new characters on the scene, and they're trying to send these individuals to college campuses so that they can create viral moments, so that they can create agitation. And the thing about it, I'm going to say it again, is that when people go to a homecoming, you're going there to party. You're going there to have a good time. You're going there to see old friends and acquaintances. You're going there to meet up and see the professors that once were your teachers, right? You're going there to have memories of the past when you were a youth. You're going there to have a celebration of the university that has given you so much and that you have given so much to, because you have black alumni that do what? They donate money. You're going there for a good time. You're not going there to have people lecturing you and trying to get you into a discourse about conservative values.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with black people going onto an HBCU college campus, right, to foster intellectual dialogue. However, these individuals are going to try and rage bait you all for views.
He's absolutely right. This is all about views, race baiting, the whole 9 yard. Let me give you another video by this sister right here, and check this out.
In an HBCU, listen to me and listen to me good. The black MAGA Trumpers are trying to visit HBC campuses, stir up strife, cause problems, and go viral and get clicks. Tell your children, do not engage, do not engage, do not engage. Ignore them. Go to class and walk away in the other direction. And they're also trying to go to HBCU campuses during the homecoming weekend, where they know there will be people and they will go viral. Take a look. The BLEXIT student movement is headed to an HBCU near you, featuring Craig Long, Savannah Craven, Stephen Davis, Topher, and Anthony Watson. Avoid these people. Ignore them. Do not engage. Do not debate. Don't boo them. Don't acknowledge. Get campus security, campus authorities, and proceed to class. They are only there to go viral. They've already visited a few HBCUs, and they're headed to Jackson State, Tennessee State, FAMU, North Carolina Central, Howard, Hampton, Bowie State, and Lincoln during homecoming, where they know there'll be a big audience and they can go viral. So again, if you have a child at any of those HBCUs.
What's going on, Narratives and Dialogue, my brother? Thank you for being here. You said that they are definitely doing whatever they can to get rid of blacks, anything. Right. Von Bryant, thank you for dropping the link, my brother. Ahmad, we got RY in here. We got Yalpo in the house. We have Miss Mills, Narrative Dialogue, Brother Jones, DOD, Marianne Lorette in the house. Everybody, that's the sister who Umar Johnson was harassing. He had to break her off $68,600. and she also had to go out and file a police report on him because he had been harassing her. Check out her channel, Marianne Lorette. You can drop, if you like, sister, your link to your channel in the chat room since you are now a mod on the channel. Let's continue what this sister is saying right here.
Let them know the black MAGA Trumpers, known as BLEXIT, are on their way to their campuses. Do not engage, do not engage, do not engage. Do not engage.
Information is power.
Information is power. Let's go to the next video. I like this, what this sister had to say here, because she kind of spoke on what I spoke on before about the conservative views that black people have in general. So they're not teaching us any damn thing. Let's go.
Black people are conservative. Martin Luther King was conservative. Malcolm X was conservative. I'm going to blow your mind with this one. Louis Farrakhan is conservative, because what do you think about when you think of conservative? You think of family values. You think of church attendance or religious affiliation. Black people in general go to church, believe in God, all of that, more so than other demographics in the United States. Black people believe in the Second Amendment. Especially your super pro-black people are very, very strong on the Second Amendment because they do not believe in the tyranny of the government. So when people start talking about black people are not conservative, or there's going to be a conservative push, this BLEXIT movement going to HBCUs, the conservative people are already there, babe. Most of the HBCUs are run by churches.
Facts.
If they're not a public institution, if they're a private institution, it's most likely run by the AME church. Some sort of black church affiliation is running the historically black college or university. But this is not about conservatism. This is about white supremacy. White supremacy believes that black people should not be able to reap the benefits of their conservative ideals, because supposedly if you have your own business, like more black women do, more black women start businesses than any other demographic in the country. Or if you go to school, more black women are attaining degrees than other demographics in the country. This has been told over and over again. It's not about conservatism. It is about systemic oppression that people don't want to acknowledge, because even with our own businesses, even with the nuclear family, even with the church attendance, even with all of these things that you say that you have to have, it is not reap the benefits for black people, because there are systemic blocks in banking, systemic blocks in mass incarceration. Not saying that we don't get in trouble, is that we'll get in trouble for things and you will give your kids a slap on the wrist and they'll send our kids to jail with felonies that will ruin their careers and any ability to get a job and work and all of that forever and always. So it's never been about who's conservative and who's not conservative, because that's not what we're talking about. So for these, supposed black people that are going to go to these HBCUs and cut up, just know you're going to meet some real conservatives when you get there.
Facts. Do y'all agree with what the sister was saying right there? Do you agree? Let me put some statement board right here and see what you all are saying. Link says, looks deeper. Sister looking deeper. Right, she is looking deeper. Let me put up Brother Jones, who says there aren't gonna be they're not gonna be satisfied until they get a fight on camera. Then they become the victim. Right. Peggy Ross is in the house saying, please please like the video. Thank you. Narratives and Dialogue says facts on the sister. Vaughn doing a great job dropping links and everything like that. Narratives and Dialogue says this at 68 likes, 81 watching. Yeah, hit the likes if you can. Please hit the likes. It helps the video through the algorithms. Marianne says, wool. Miss Independent. says this is white nationalism using blackface. Facts over facts. Alicia hit 7 in there. AB has come over saying she's right. You damn right she's right. Let's give it a clap.
Tell the truth.
Jonathan Major puts 7s in there. Seems like everybody is in agreement with what was said on the video so far. Now let's go back into here because I want to break something down. So we know that we have conservatives, black conservatives, or people who have conservative views from a political point of view on social media. These are people that have been polarizing over the years. They have spent their time talking about black women like a dog. They have spent their time looking for the low-hanging fruit of negativity in the black community. These are people who take the minimum and make it the maximum, and take the maximum and make it the minimum, meaning what? They take the minimum of black people that are doing ratchet things, and they act like that represents all black people. Let's start with the originator on social media of this crap, starting with Tommy. Look at Tommy right there, Salamaya, smiling and grinning because he's on the Fox News propaganda channel. Look at him. One of our biggest raccoons on social media. Then you had another group who they fooled everybody. They made everybody think that they were just cool dudes that worked out. You know, I used to look at their workout videos before they went, completely to the far right of their conservatism. And these are dudes who say nasty things about black folks. Y'all know them, the Hodge twins. The Hodge twins. Y'all know them. And then now we got a new individual on the scene. Well, he's not so new. He's been around the scene for a while. I don't know how this man gets the views that he gets. Y'all give him lots of views, lots of super chat. This man talks about black women like a dog. This man confesses to be rich. This man lives in Detroit in a black city, but yet talks about black people like he don't like black people, but yet lives in one of the most blackest cities in America. That's Detroit. Make that make sense. You spend all your time talking about black people and how ratchet black people are, but you live in a black city. I don't see you live in a black city, but yet you talk about black folks like a dog. That's Antoine Daniel, this other buck dancer right here. Been buck dancing on these YouTube streets for a very long time. I don't know why y'all support the stuff that he puts out.
Tell the truth.
I don't know why y'all support the stuff that this man puts out. That's very coonish. And very much when he started talking about black women. You notice a lot of these conservative cats get their start talking about black people, particularly always focusing on black women. But what I notice about the white manosphere is that the white manosphere, they'll talk about women, but they never really call out their women by name. You never see the white manosphere members say, well, white women this, white women that. They'll just say women in general, but they never really call out the white woman in name. But then we sit up here calling out the black woman in name. And black people have made him popular. They've made him viral. He's got, 400, 300,000 people following him on this channel because people like watching the ratchet stuff that he comes out with. People actually watch him do reactions to videos where, once again, it's always talking down on black people. And I say, Negro, if you don't like black people that much, then get your ass out of Detroit and go move your ass to a white city or town.
Tell the truth.
Anyway, sorry to use that term. I just had that because Antoine Daniels is one of these cats that he's despicable. He looked like a Mr. Potato Head, y'all. You know how Mr. Potato Head got the big giant glasses, big old head, big old cheeks and big ass cheeks. He looked like a potato head, like you had to buy him from a store. and batteries didn't come included. And you had to, you know, get the glasses and the hat separate, but you had to put together every damn thing else to make the Mr. Potato Head that you see right there. Unbelievable. These guys, and you know why these guys do this. Let's just be honest. The reason why people like Antoine Daniels, Tommy, the Hodge twins, and Candace Owens, and all these conservatives, particularly Tatum, because they're grifting. They figured out that they can make a lot of money talking bad about black people than uplifting black people. They figured out that if they talk bad about black people and talk a conservative right-wing philosophy, that they're going to get a lot of white people that's going to subscribe to them and follow them, watch them, give them money, support their channels. So these guys are grifting, y'all. Tatum is grifting, been grifting for years. Candace Owens is grifting. And this dude right here, who kept talking about powered. I'm powered by Turning Point. This ninja grifting too.
Americans exiting the victim mentality. Powered by Turning Point.
Powered by Turning Point.
We are going to make headwaves.
Yes.
Headwaves.
Headwaves.
Throughout the black community.
Throughout the black community. Watch out. The BLEXIT organization is taking over not only the historical black schools, historical black colleges, let me be respectful, but BLEXIT is going to take over the black community.
Tell the truth.
Wow. Now, let me just drop this on y'all. I was going to do a video about this, but let me just drop this on y'all right now. Charlie Kirk, which is where this BLEXIT crap comes out of. Here, America, see, this is the thing. Tell me if y'all agree or disagree with me in the chat room by putting sevens or whatever you feel. Black people are the most patriotic people on this planet we call Earth. Everybody in the chat room, you celebrate every year Memorial Day, right? I don't know I hope I'm saying that right. Memorial Day, right? That was originally called Flowers Day. It was black people that created the idea of a day that you celebrate or you recognize fallen soldiers. It was the ex-slaves or the slaves, and then when they became non-slaves, that would bring flowers to the grave of soldiers that had fallen in war, like the Buffalo Soldiers during the Civil War. That holiday that we usually barbecue and go out to cemeteries and recognize the contributions of military personnel was created by black Americans. We're the most patriotic people. That's why I got that flag waving right there, right now in y'all face. Narratives and dialogue, brother. You know I called it all out in Pearly's thing, which you appeared in. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Drop that video in the damn chat. Narratives and dialogue. Drop that link to that video so everybody in this chat room who did not see that video where you featured me in that video can see that video. We are the most patriotic. Remember, you had the triple nickel, which was an all black paratrooper team, black men that would drop out of planes, land on the ground, and they were warring. You had the Tuskegee Airmen, which I had the pleasure of meeting original Tuskegee Airmen in nursing homes. I've done some work in nursing homes, and I met real, live, authentic Tuskegee Airmen. This country would have never won any of its wars without black people. This country wouldn't have won its civil war without black men getting involved because they lied to us and said, we're going to give you freedom. Crispic addicts, which I'm not a big, I feel like the Negro died fighting on the wrong side, but I got to say it for the history purposes. The first man to die in the Revolutionary War and give his life was Crispic Attucks, a black man. We've been deep in the skin of this soil. So we don't need nobody talking about powered by, I'm powered by Turning Point. No, black people are powered by our belief in God, and our spirituality, and our family. We don't need to be powered by Charlie Kirk's Turning Point. Pump me up and empower me. He needs to be empowered. We already empowered.
Our conservative message. This is our turning point.
No. This is laughable stuff here. Laughable stuff here. This is our turning point. Woo, man. Now, let me get back to Charlie Kirk because I'm about to end this stream with this. Okay, everybody, please pay attention to this, and I'll give you why I know what I'm talking about. So, for some of you in the chat room, you know that I do work in the prison system. I deal with gangs of all kind, Bloods, Crips, Aryan Brotherhood, all the white gangs, all the Latino or Hispanic gangs. I work as a therapist in mental health. I'm not an officer. I don't work in anything like that as a law enforcement agent. No, I work as someone that deals with helping these guys deal with their mental health problems, their issues, all their issues that they have being in prison, stressors, and also deal with guys that are trying to get out of prison, potentially go home and parole from prison. I deal with a lot of black men in the prison system. I hear their stories. I talk to them deeply about their issues and trying to work with them. I also have had a history since the time I was in college, 19 years old, working with youth, working with kids, mentoring, all those sort of things through my organization. So I've had some skin in the game here. Now, at my job or what I do, we go through what we call, over the years, I've had what we call gang training, where we learn about the gang structures in America, how they operate, the tattoos, the symbolism, everything. And so this is why I'm setting up here, setting the plateau to why I know that I know what I'm talking about. So this is the organization that this BLEXIT has gotten its inspiration from. Its funding. They're using these black people as simple buck dancers and bootlicks to do their dirty work because they know they can't go on campus and deal with so they send in black people hoping they get better results. But this comes out of this turning point, which this man was the leader of, Charlie Kirk. You see right there on that picture, I want everybody to zero into the left side of this thumbnail of the American flag symbol in a lightning bolt symbol like this. Please pay attention to what I'm talking about here. If you don't mind, everybody, all respect to you. Here you have that same lightning bolt right there. Then you have this lightning bolt right here. You'll see this logo on things like this logo. We'll see this logo is used as Flash, the Marvel's the DC superhero Flash. So that's like the Flash's logo that would be on his outfit, right? But the white supremacists have commandeered this image. This is a Nazi symbolism that they have used. Here is an example. Here's the Nazi lightning bolts right there. Look at the lightning bolt behind Charlie Kirk. They put symbolism right in your eyeballs. This comes from the inspiration of the Nazi lightning bolt. Here's another example of the lightning bolt. These are white supremacist symbols that I'm putting up on the screen that these gangs use. Look at this right here. You have the lightning bolt with the skull with the 4 symbol. These are white supremacist symbols. And if you don't think I'm telling the truth, here is the lightning bolt that comes from the Nazi party. Here is a gang right here. Look at this tattoo right here. Brotherhood forever. This is a tattoo on a white nationalist or a white supremacist, these white supremacist groups that think they're supreme over us, but they're not. This is the tattoo with 2 lightning bolts, which is inspired by the Nazi party. There you see it right there, which is inspired these symbols. Here's another white supremacist symbol, the lightning bolt. Look at the lightning bolt behind Charlie Kirk right there. Understand what I'm telling you. This all comes out of what right here? White pride. White people, whenever you see white people using these numbers, 88, 14, 88 bars, 14 bars, these are the symbolism for Nazism. They like to use 88 because 88 is a number that never is a circular number. It never ends. They like to use that 88. They like to use the 14 bars. And you see right here, white pride. This is a patch that they'll wear. Charlie Kirk is a cleaned up, I said this to you all before, Charlie Kirk is nothing but a cleaned up skinhead, a cleaned up white supremacist. He has a family, he had a wife, he has his hair cut. He looks like an all-American white guy that you would see in middle America. That was the point. They decided at some point in time, let's get away from the tattoos. Let's get away from the combat boots. Let's get away from the skinhead. Let's grow our hair out. Let's put suits on. Let's look like businessmen. Let's look like college students. So now we can infiltrate all areas, as Neely Fuller Jr. told us, all areas of activity, sex, politics, right? Economics, health, everything, war, particularly politics. He said that in his compensatory breakdown. Make sure y'all check out Neely Fuller Jr.'s compensatory breakdown. So they have infiltrated into all areas of society, the military, politics, as I just said before, into your school boards, into your communities, into your police force, into your military. Didn't the FBI in 2026 tell us that, didn't the FBI tell us in 26 that the police forces of this country, both police and military, have been infiltrated by white supremacist groups? And we forgot that these people didn't just disappear. They basically migrated themselves into mainstream. Charlie Kirk has the mainstream image, and his people who put together his banner that you see in back of him, they put that little lightning bolt up there with the American symbol. That ain't by accident. This didn't happen by accident. They know exactly what they're doing with the symbolism. They know exactly what they did by putting that lightning bolt up there like that. This is the same man that told you, this is an article, how Charlie Kirk plans to discredit Martin Luther King Jr. in the Civil Rights Act. This is the symbolism that you see in back of Charlie Kirk. He was a part of that symbolism. Let me show you some more. Here go another white supremacist badge right there with the lightning bolt. Arizona Department of Corrections, Special Operations and Tactics. Well, you've got white supremacists in corrections as well, and they use that lightning bolt symbol. Here's another one right here. You got Brotherhood of the Dying Breed. They use those terms like that all the time. Brotherhood this, brotherhood that, dying breed. They use these terms quite a bit to get the attention of those that are down with it. This is what Charlie Kirk had in the back of his symbolism. I'm telling you the truth. And nothing but the truth, everybody.
Tell the truth.
Please share this video in all your social media. Now, I have to be honest about something too right here, everybody. Let me put myself back on the board. I have to be honest about something right here, everybody. HBCUs, we know that they have a history of being founded and created by white folks. But did you know that most of these HBCU schools are named after a lot of white people who actually had slaves as well, or white people who supposedly were abolitionists against slavery? Let me let you hear what this sister has to say right here. Check this out.
Named after white people. Bowie State, named after Governor Odine Bowie, a former Baltimore governor. Morehouse, named after Henry Layman Morehouse, literally a guy from New York, not from Georgia, who donated to the school, and they decided to name it after him. Spelman, named after Laura Spelman Rockefeller. Rockefeller is her married name. Spelman was her maiden name.
So Spelman College that we know in Atlanta, Georgia, is named after a white woman that was connected to the Rockefeller family. It was her maiden name before she got married.
And apparently she's anti-slavery, so they chose her. Howard.
So they chose her because she was anti-slavery. And this is Howard University. Y'all think it's named after a black man? It's named after this white man right here behind her.
Named after Otis Oliver Howard, a guy from, not from the area, from Maine, who was a war general, and they changed the name to his name later. Alcorn State, named after James L. Alcorn. Again, weird because he was a slave owner, but apparently he was the governor of Mississippi at the time. Stillman College, named after Charles A. Stillman. The original name was Tuscaloosa College.
Now, I'm going to get back to that. Let me read this. Narratives and dialogue. There are a lot of Texas racist groups who have moved to California, especially Vacaville, where the Proud Boys just marched. Right. You're absolutely right. Telling the truth about that. They have infiltrated. I've been saying that, but y'all, we got to recognize the symbolisms that will give you clues. Now, this sister right here is talking about a black college that was originally named, I think it's Stillman College. It was originally named after some black powerful warrior or black native person, but then they changed the name to a white person. What's going on with our black folk? What's going on with us?
Stillman. The original name was Tuscaloosa College or Tuscaloosa Institute. What's frustrating was that this was changed later, and Tuscaloosa literally means warrior, black, or black warrior in Choctaw.
So they changed the name of the Black Historical College from a black warrior to the white guy's name.
Named after Bishop Westcott Clark. Like I said, white people want to make sure they always leave.
All right, she's kind of speeding up here.
Cookman University, actually named after Mary Bethune.
So Bethune Cookman, Bethune Cookman, but the Cookman part was named after a white guy. So it's partially named. Let me play this back. Wait a minute.
Make sure they always leave their stamp somewhere, even if they help a little bit. Bethune Cookman University, actually named after Mary Bethune, but the Cookman part is the white man.
So basically, what she said, everybody, is that the Cookman part of the name is a white man. The first part was a black woman, Bethune. But the Cookman part ain't her name. But we say it as if it is her full name. That's the white guy. Here we are in the 21st century, and why hasn't black people who run these schools, or at least we think they do, why haven't they not changed these names to prominent black people's names? Why is it that they couldn't change one of the names of these schools to a Malcolm X, to a Dr. King, to a Sister Addie B. Wells? Why? Why are they still using these types of names? This bothers me, y'all.
Named after Francis Xavier. Oh, don't have the right one again. I might pick somebody else, but named after James Dillard. And lastly, I got Jackson State, which was named after the area, but we know the area was named after Andrew Jackson.
Jackson State is named after Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson is the one who moved all Native Americans across the country to the southwestern part of the country, put smallpox or put diseases in their blankets to try to eliminate them. This is a man who was a staunch racist against black people gaining freedom. He was a man of oppression. And we got Jackson State named after Andrew Jackson. That name needs to be changed immediately. Oh my God. Why is it that no historical black college is named after Shirley Chisholm, the first woman to run for president? Shirley Chisholm should have a school name. They need to change Jackson State to Shirley Chisholm State.
Now, let's not get caught up on symbolism.
Trails of Tears. That's right, DOD. Trails of Tears. Thank you. Golly, y'all. Golly, man. I couldn't finish this video without at least giving that side too, that how these historical black colleges are named after white men who didn't even like black people. Some of these people were abolitionists. I understand that. Some of them were people that were against racism, and that's probably why they're named after them. I got to be honest, some of them donated money to these institutions, and that's why they got named, because, that's what they do with schools now. If you give them a lot of money, they'll put your name on it, right? But here we are in the 21st century. Why don't they change the damn names? Maybe they can't change the name because if they change the name, they won't be able to get any money coming in from the families of these individuals that are still alive, that have that old money. That could be one reason, y'all. But still, it's a shame that you got Jackson State named after Andrew Jackson. I just got to keep it real with y'all. It's crazy, y'all. I just gotta be honest. I don't want to be this right here. I gotta put this up here for y'all to see. This is a historical picture right here. I don't like this picture, but it's historical. How many of y'all in the chat room have seen the movie The Birth of the Nation? the silent picture, the first movie picture that revolutionized the movie industry. You would not have a movie industry without the birth of the nation. This is the first picture ever to be broadcast on a screen, or not broadcast, but to be shown on a screen. It was a silent picture in which they depicted black men, black people as being savage if you let them out of slavery. Here are white men dressed in blackface, acting like they're sitting in Congress. He's got his feet up on the table. He's eating fried chicken. This is what they put in that movie. They depicted black men savaging after white women, and that the Ku Klux Klan had to come along to save the day, to drive black men out of power and out of control, to drive us away from chasing white women, to drive us out of government, because they portrayed black people as being uncouth in government. And everybody you see in this picture is a white person in blackface. Truth.
Tell the truth.
Your first Hollywood production movie that gave birth to your movie industry was The Birth of the Nation. And the president at the time, Yaupo, you're in the chat room, help me out with this. Who was the president at the time who said that this movie spoke truth like lightning? I forgot. Was it Eisenhower that said it? Who was it that said it? Was it Truman that said it? Was it Truman or Eisenhower? I forgot which one of these goofy presidents it was. But that was the depiction. Make sure y'all look this up on your internet. Tiffany Jackson says, I will not chastise our elders. However, it does seem there are a lot of items we and those younger than us will have to change. Yeah, we need to change the name of those historical black colleges. Old Reliable says, I read President Wilson loved that movie. Yeah, Wilson, Wilson loved that. It was Wilson. Okay, he loved that movie. Woodrow Wilson. Thank you, RY. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Old Reliable. Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson is the one that said that the movie spoke truth. So you had a president of the United States, because when the movie was first aired, guess where it was aired at? It was aired in the White House. And we know that historically, black people, slaves, are the ones who built the White House. And then they bring that movie into the White House, show it to the president, and he says, damn it, the movie was excellent. I even think, matter of fact, I think the movie won an award. I don't even know. Did they have the Oscars back then? I don't know they may not have had the Oscars yet, but I know that damn movie won all the awards, making black folks look real bad. This is crazy, y'all. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
I had to lay that on y'all. A little bit of history before we get out of here. If you enjoy some of the history tap bits that I drop in the community tab every now and then, put sevens in the chat room. We're going to keep dropping those things in the community tab so that you can we can all learn something together. Everybody, thank you for being here. I want to say thank you. Tell the truth. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification if you're new here, because we truly, truly respect you being here today, watching the program. I know it's not Umar Johnson content that brings out lots and lots and lots of crowds, but damn it, this is just as important, because these mega heads are trying to infiltrate our universities. And they've got black people like this who are pushing the narrative.
Numerous, I want to say numerous college clubs. We are taking over the HBCUs all across the country. The HBCU conservative movement is here in 2025. This semester, we're going to be bringing events, we're going to bring merch, and we're going to bring the Educate to Liberate tour to all the HBCU campuses. Conservatives, stand up.
All right. I laugh at him. He's funny.
Is power.
He acting like he really got a big force behind him. No, the big force are the black people that's on the campus that ain't going to take none of this mess. everybody. Let me say what's up to my brother in the chat room. We got my man, No Cap, with Freezy in the house, y'all. Yeah.
Tell the truth.
Freezy, what's going on, my brother? Thank you. That's my brother in the chat room. I've been rocking with him for a long time. We've been on panels together. Very good brother. Check out his channel. We got No Captivity with Freezy in the house. Yeah. I didn't get a super chat, but peace to that brother in the chat room. I just wanted to give you some acknowledgement because I know you came over maybe 2 weeks ago when I had Muhammad on as a guest and you dropped me a super chat and I didn't get a chance to shout you out in the midst of that brother talking and breaking some things down. But I appreciate you all coming over and being a part of this channel today. We're going to put out more content across the board. You got my new channel, Truth Media Vlogs. Now, what makes that channel different from this channel is that you're going to see me take my cameras out and about. Oh, No Cap with Freezy. You gave me a $10 super chat, brother. Whoa. Oh, man.
Thank you for the super
chat.
Let
me give you the super chat music right now. Here we go, y'all.
Thank you for the super chat.
Time to run it all. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up. Flex. Thumb down now. Check. No drip this. Wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands. I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage. Now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans. Don't need no friends. I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check. No drip this, wet. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Night crash, night.
Woo! Yeah! No the lie. Oh, yeah. Hey, thank you, my brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. Make sure you check out No Captivity, his channel. He does some great content over there. I appreciate you coming over here and paying me a visit today, brother. Make sure you watch the video on the replay if you like or can. I don't know if you're going live. If you go live tonight, I'll probably go over there and pay you a visit tonight. Everybody in the chat room, whether you gave me a super chat or not, doesn't matter. What matters is that I thank you for being here, supporting me, supporting the content. I told you I was coming back with this particular story. I got more to come. Once again, let me say this again. I will be dropping video on the vlog channel. That's Truth Media Vlogs. You can scroll down on this page of this video. You'll see the channel. Subscribe. I'm going to be doing some stuff. I got 2 anamorphic lenses. I got some good camera equipment. And I'm going to be doing those real wide. I've been playing around with that look on the channel, but now I got me some anamorphic lenses. Going to give it a real nice look when I do my vlogs and I go out and about. I'm going to be taking some B-roll footage and mixing it into those videos. And basically what I'm doing with the Truth Media Vlogs channel is that I'm just going to talk about stories like this, but just different types of stories that I don't get to on this channel, where I'm not in a studio setup. I'm out and about with my camera. I'm walking. I'm in the community. I'm moving about. You know, you're seeing me in the elements outside and what have you, because, you know, that's what you do when you do a vlog. So check that out. Of course, you got the Info Media Reacts channel. I've been a little dormant with that channel, but I'm going to be going over there and knocking the dust off over there. And, you know, that's how it is. Every now and then I take a break from that channel and then I go back to that channel and start uploading stuff. So I'll be doing that over there on the Information Man Reacts channel, or the Info Media Reacts channel. Those of you that are football fans, sports fans, you like what's happening at Colorado. They got a big win yesterday against, who they play? Now I'm losing my mind right now. but they had a big win yesterday against a ranked Iowa State team. That's right. Iowa State, which was ranked 22 in the country. CU beat them. It was a really good game. I've got a channel. I got a new video over there on that channel. It's called Prime Sports Media. Go over there, subscribe to that channel if you're into football and sports and what's happening at CU or Colorado, right? All these channels can be found on the page of this video page. Go ahead and do that if you would like. So I want to thank you all again for your support, coming here, being here. And we're going to keep making it do what we can make it do, everybody. Everybody have a good evening. I got my man, Narratives and Dialogue, No Captivity, Freezy, Narratives and Dialogue, Miss Independent, Miss Mills, RY, Yapo. That's my man, too. He's been rocking with me since day one. Jonathan Kidd's been rocking with me. AB. He said, AB, thank you. Fashionate for Life, thank you for being here. RY. Everybody that's here, y'all have a good rest of your evening. Tell somebody that you love them and have a great week. I'll be back with more. If I will do another video, it probably will more likely be an uploaded premiere video for you to watch and check out at your own leisure time. Okay? There's so many other issues to address and get on, and I'm going to get on some of these issues. I'm going to start really, my goal is to increase the content, to put the content out more. And thank you very much for those of you being here. DOD, thank you for rocking with me. DOD, if I'm not mistaken, you have a YouTube channel, right? You got another channel. You can always drop that link in there as well. Miss Mills, thank you for coming over. Appreciate you. Narratives and Dialogue, if you want to drop that link to the video you're talking about, you're more than welcome, my good brother. Because I'm gonna ease out of here with an intro music, and you can decide what you want to do from there. Y'all take care. Peace. Take care, everybody. Peace.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for watching.
You are listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Did he have the nerve to say all we did was set up a table when they just closed down the HBCU campuses behind threats? Why are you even there? Get up out of there. Period.